Hello guys, I hope you've all had a good week. I am having a serious declutter and organise today in my home. I have been feeling really overwhelmed with everything that's been out and just all the clutter and mess that gets accumulated throughout the week. So I decided I've had enough and I want to have a massive reorganise, declutter and just minimise my home, and I was tidying and organising pretty much the whole day. So I'm starting off in the living room, which is like the main problem area where it just gets so cluttered, and I think this is because our house is obviously so small that things just pile up very quickly. So this is like the whole extent of our downstairs. So we've got our kitchen, our play area, our dining area, our like living lounge area all in one place. So it gets a lot. So first of all, I decided to take up all the washing that was dried that needed to go upstairs and be put away, and I've obviously got Arlo with me today, so it's going to be a very realistic tidy and organise with me as well, because it was very difficult and it took probably like triple the amount of time because I had Arlo with me, but I wouldn't change it for the world. He is so helpful, and you'll see in this video just how much he wants to help and how much of a good boy he is. So we did have some fun whilst doing it as well. At the minute he's putting anything that's his in this laundry basket, and we're going to bring it in his room after we finished organising mine and Mikey's clothes. So we're just putting everything that's his in the bag here, and then we're going to sort out anything that's remaining into the drawers and the wardrobe. We've got such a big wardrobe with so much space, so we're very lucky to have this wardrobe, and I'm going to start utilising the hanging space more because our drawers are very cluttered. So here I am now, just putting everything away. I've also recently washed my summer dresses ready for holiday. Arlo's demanding that he wants to get up and help hang things up as well, so he was helping me hang something up there. Now we're in Arlo's room, and we are putting away anything that needs to be like rolled up or folded up in these little crates that go underneath the wardrobe. And then in the Ivar unit behind me there, I also store some clothes that he doesn't use like a lot, or bedding and stuff like that. And then at the minute I'm trying to hang up like the clothes that I know he's going to wear each week onto his little Montessori wardrobe. This open wardrobe is actually from Amazon. I showed it in my last video, so go check out my other video if you haven't seen it, because I show you how to put it up and all the information about it there. I'd say this room is where I had the most difficulty with doing this with a toddler, because he was just unrolling and taking out everything I was putting in the crates, which was really irritating. But I think he thought he was trying to help, so we got there in the end, but it just took a long time, and in the end I think he got entertained by just taking all the socks out and putting them back in like repeatedly over again. But yeah, we're just organising all of his clothes at the moment, and I've got a massive laundry as well to actually put on and wash. As I say in every video, we've got a ridiculous amount of clothes, so we're in a constant cycle, and I think at some point what I'm going to do is actually just declutter our clothes and our wardrobes, because there's so many clothes that we don't need. Like, we don't actually need this amount of clothes. And I think what I'm going to do is keep doing seasonal rotations of clothing and then put them in the vacuum bags. I have done that before, and I did that for like my summer clothes, but I think I need to do it for more clothes, especially like the winter clothes, because I think they just sort of sit around for quite a long time. So yeah, I think that's probably next on my list to sort out. We've gone back downstairs now, and I am hoovering the sofa and also going to be taking all the cushions out and wanting to get all of the dirt, all of the dust off. So I'm just dusting them with a lint roller here, and you wouldn't believe the amount of dust that actually gets on these cushions. It's actually unbelievable, and on the back of the sofa as well. So when I was dusting, I saw how many crumbs were underneath the back of the sofa, so I just decided to take all the cushions off and just give it a massive, deep, thorough hoover and clean, which was so needed.
want you close, closer than before. But I want you close, closer than before. And no one knows.
So Arlo has come in from being in the garden and said he wants to help, like pointing to help me. So he's taken the lint roller off me and he's dusting the sofa, bless him. And then I didn't realise he did this because I was in the kitchen. But he then went and got the cushion and actually put it on the sofa and tried to like make up the sofa. But bless him, I honestly breaks my heart that he was doing this. He's just literally the cutest, most helpful boy. Also the little sound effects he's making, I cannot cope. And now I've just got a sponge with water on it. And I'm just trying to wipe off any like marks that are on the sofa, and they're quite easy to get off, any marks that are on there. So we're just cleaning that now and just making sure that, yeah, it's all fresh really. And then after that we're making the sofa up with the cushions and with the blankets, and we're going to be moving on to the decluttering part of the room.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. Cause your love made me go blind.
I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of things just sitting around in my living room or in my house, just on shelves or on worktops that aren't used, like, for example, the screws or the drills, or just things I haven't got round to using yet. Also, like Mikey's bike helmet that he hasn't used in ages. So I am just basically putting anything that's been lying around underneath the sofa in one of these Ziploc bags just to protect it from dust. And I obviously, if things are needed, I can just take it out, and it's quite easy just to take out, but I just don't want things to be lying around because I feel like that's a massive part to the clutter and how things escalate. So I'm having a minimalist view of my house and just keeping everything very simple, and I don't want anything in sight really, apart from like obviously things that need to be out. And this principle is going to apply as well to Arlo's toys. So in a second I'm going to just take loads of his toys out of his play area and minimalize it, and then I'm going to rotate the toys as and when that I feel is necessary, just to try and reduce the amount of mess that gets made on a weekly basis. And I filmed this video about a week before I'm doing this voiceover, and the house has been so much easier to maintain, and just in the evenings all I have to do is just have a tiny little clear up, and there's like nothing lying around the house that shouldn't be. So this method really does work. So if you are feeling really overwhelmed with just the mess and the clutter in your house, I would really recommend just having a declutter, even if you're going to put stuff in a bag and donate it to charity, or if you don't feel ready to do that with some of your items like I haven't, then just putting it in a bag or a bin bag or something just out of sight, and then rotating things as and when. So I am taking out, I think, 2 puzzles out of this box, and I'll be rotating them when I feel like I need to do that, and just basically getting, like, I'd say about half of his toys out of this play area. And I think that this will actually benefit him more, because at the minute he's got so many toys in this play area that he doesn't really open the drawers like a lot, and doesn't really want to play in this play area that much. So I think it's because he was just a bit overwhelmed with everything in it. So I'm hoping this will help him do that a little bit more, and he can actually focus on the toys that are there each week or each 2-week cycle that I rotate them. So yeah, this has been so much better for me so far, honestly it has.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come.
When I feel overwhelmed when I'm tidying up as well, sometimes what I do, like I'm doing here, I've got a massive box and things that I actually need and they just need to go like upstairs or go in their home, I just chuck everything into a box and then I sort through the box one part at a time, but it just gets everything out of the way so you can start seeing some progress, because I have been doing this at this point for hours and I just still felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. So I would recommend doing that as well. If you're just a bit overwhelmed with the mess, just put everything in a bin bag or everything in a box and then sort through it a little bit later. Things are feeling a lot better and Arlo has helped me hoover and he's now flash mopping the floor whilst I spray down the mirror with some Windoline and just give it a bit of a wipe because of all the dust that's set on it. And then we're moving on to the kitchen. Probably watching this video and thinking, oh my god, she's a hoarder, like there's so much lying around, but can I just say that it actually gets tidied and cleaned every single day because it's so small. It just builds up, things build up so quickly. So I'm just putting everything away in its home, and Arlo is in his learning tower as well at this point, and we're just gonna declutter and take things away that don't need to be there. This area is a bit of a dumping ground here where like post goes or I don't know, things just sit there. So I'm just cleaning out this area as well. What I do have there is a little box that I put post in, and I always say like in my head, this can be like the allotted zone of where I want things to go that come in like post or things that I need to deal with like letters. And then when it gets full, that's when I can like tidy and clear it out. I've also added a box for like electronics and stuff to go there, like chargers and stuff. So I'm just trying to make zones really for things to sit in, so it's not all just being like dumped in one place. So after I've done that, I'm using the Dishmatic sponge, which is amazing, and also amazing if you want your toddler to start like using a sponge and cleaning. Arlo loves it. And now I'm using a Minky just to get all of the excess soap off of the worktop, and things are feeling a lot better. At this point, Mikey's come home. I think he was out running. So he's come home and just helped take Arlo away for a moment so I can tackle the rest of the kitchen. I've still got to unload the dishwasher, refill it, and also I'm going to be doing an exciting cleaning cupboard reset with a new little acrylic drawer that I have. So I'm really excited to try that out, and I'll show you in a second.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm.
So this acrylic drawer is expandable, so it can fit to any like length of your cupboard, and it's actually from the Home Edit collection that's stocked in John Lewis. Another thing that I've seen lots of people do, I think Mrs. Hinch does it as well, is have a clear acrylic turnstile Lazy Susan that you can like just have your cleaning products on and then you can just turn them round, which I think would work quite well as well. But I like this system because it's got different levels and different like steps, so you can see all of your products when you need to. So I'm putting all of the products I use like on a weekly basis down here, and then at the top I'm going to put my sponges, my bin bags and everything in a little box.
On my way now. I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be
now I'm hanging up the washing that's just finished in the washing machine, and this is the last thing I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to sit down and watch some Netflix because I am absolutely exhausted at this point. I think I was cleaning for about 3 hours, and it was just a nightmare because Arlo was in such a bad mood as well. So yeah, I'm finishing off here, and I will show you guys how the downstairs area looks now.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
So as you can see from the before video that I showed at the start, this house has had a massive declutter and it feels better for my heart. It really does. And I feel like living in a clean, organised environment also helps my mental health a lot. So I'm feeling really good at this point, and I'm going to put on the fireplace, get cozy, get under my blanket, and I've got my dressing gown on as well, and also put The Night Agent on, which we've actually finished now, but it was so good on Netflix, so I really would recommend it. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week, and I hope this video motivated you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.